So in that first video, we had a look at these three dudes on the screen. Well, as best as we could. Weird that Molecule Man's skills in skill preview just weren't really showing. I'm not sure if that's if I'm just the lucky one or other star agents are experiencing this same thing, but we can't press any of those skills. Well, I can't anyway. I shouldn't say we. Anyhow, let's move on from that. Let's have a look at the other new characters. So the other new character in game is Daken, or Daken, however you want to say it, Moonstone, and Scorpion. So they're three new guys. So let's start off with this screen. Let's start off with Moonstone. Well, hang on. Let's drag him up here. Let's put all three new characters on top of Ares, on top of Sentry, and on top of Molecule Man. Man, what an epic update. It's massive. Anyhow, let's have a look at these guys here. And then what we'll do in the next video, we'll have a quick look at the uniforms that are for Bullseye and also for Green Goblin. Okay, let's start off with Moonstone. Let's see what we're packing here. So Moonstone, she's a blast human female supervillain. So that's an interesting sort of crowd. We don't have too many. Well, we have a huge amount of blast females, but we don't have too many of the supervillain. So that's kind of interesting in itself. Let's have a quick look at her skill description. No, well, firstly, where are we going to get her from? How do we actually get her? Okay, acquire through playing hero in Epic Quest Dark Reign. Okay, so she is one of those characters you can obtain through the Epic Quest, and if you do your daily grind, you're going to get X amount of bios, and I'm pretty cool with that, to be perfectly honest. So, you know, that's good. Okay, let's have a look at her skill descriptions here. So here, her Tier 2 passive, activation rate when silent skill is used, applies to self, increased guaranteed dodge rate by 30, increased skill damage by 45, and bonus damage by 35 as well. So obviously she's going to have some sort of silence on her skills. First skill, energy damage. Second skill has a stun and energy damage. Third skill, we got bleed damage. Remove elasticity, a stun. Applies to self. We got max HP recovery. We got 45% increase of all attacks. So a very nice buff there on that third skill for attack. Fourth skill, she's got mind control. Nice. Mind control for 4 seconds. Damage received increased by 20%. Applies to enemies. Applies to self. Immune to all damage. Okay, she's got accumulation based on true damage dealt. And yeah, okay. So that's, how long does that last for? Yeah, a fair while as well, right? 13 seconds. Fifth skill, decrease all defense, stacks up to 50. Applies self 40% chance to penetrate. Increase all attacks, all defenses, all speeds, and crit rates by a fair amount there as well. Her normal tier 1 passive, increased guaranteed crit rate by 35%. That's really nice. Activation rate when attacking applies to enemies. We have a silence. Okay, and leadership applies to all allies. Dodge rate increases by 6%. Okay, let's have a quick look at her skills in the skill preview section of the game. So certainly a Captain Marvel looking type character. Even the uniform is extremely familiar. So we're going to start off here with the fifth skill and see what it does. Okay. Wow, so there's quite a bit of channeling going on there with that fifth skill. Kind of reminds me of Cable's fourth skill, is it? It's where she clones herself and then just smashing guys from all angles. Nice. Fourth skill. Nice background of the moon there. And it's just like burst damage. That must be the buff skill, yeah? Third skill. Yeah, nice channeling as well. Really nice. I wonder if can she move while channeling? I'll try it. No. Okay. So certainly looks like a channeling type character to me. We might nip back and have a look at her skill cooldowns as well. So second skill is reasonably simple. Just a couple of punches and up and down smash. First skill is really simple. Okay. Interested in those skill cooldowns, particularly for the fifth skill with the channeling. And what do we got here? Oh, shit. I'm looking in the wrong area. Sorry, guys. 18 seconds. Sorry for that pregnant pause there. 18-second skill cooldown. I was hoping it was going to be around about that sort of 14, 15 seconds. Third skill cooldown. So we're going to have 7 seconds at max cooldown. Anyhow, that's Moonstone. That's where she fits into the scheme of things. Let's have a quick look at Scorpion. I really like the look of this guy, and he is a free-to-play unit. I did check that out before, so he's a free-to-play unit in this update. But I really do like the look of him. He looks immensely evil, and just that green with the yellow, I don't know. To me, it looks cool. Let's have a quick look at his details here. Speed human, male supervillain. Okay, very nice. So let's have a quick look at his skills. Well, just to verify that he can be obtained from anywhere, we'll go in here, acquire through Sting of the Scorpion in Epic Quest Dark Reign. But if I go to my inbox here, which has all sorts of stuff in it, and if we click on the character selector, we'll actually see Scorpion over here on the left-hand side, just to prove that he is one that you can use bio subs on as well. Anyhow, back to the skill descriptions. Tier 2 passive activation rate when poison skill used. He's got max HP recovery and then increase in damage. First skill, poison damage, nice. And this will be nice for anyone who's got spare poisonably. So I think I've got a poison crit damage 200 sitting in my inventory. If he has nice poison damage, then yeah, it's nice to use this sort of stuff with that. So his second skill, stun. Third skill, poison damage. It looks like damage over time for 4 seconds. Has paralysis, which is good. Applies itself, guards against 7 hits. Increased poison damage by 35%. So quite a buffing skill. 4 skill. Has a defense down, has poison damage again. Tapping and holding the skill icon will charge the skill, and releasing it will commence the attack. Okay, so that's something slightly different. Applies to self, invincible, super armor, all defenses, chance for all immunity to all damage, 100%. And the fifth skill applies to enemies, stun, applies to self, 45% increase of all attacks, physical damage, yada yada. Okay, he's tier 1 passive, applies to self, increase all attacks by 30, crit rate by 20, and incapacitation. That's when poison's used. And his leadership applies to all allies, 50% increase of all defenses. Not the best leadership, but he is a free-to-play unit here. Let's have a look at his skills. I'm interested in seeing how his skills play out, right, to be honest. I like the look of him. He looks different, and he looks pretty cool. All right, and he's quick. He's got nice movement speed. Let's have a look at his fifth skill here. Oh man, that's nice, eh? That's a really fast attack. That's a speed unit for us. I mean, we see so many of these characters called speed, and they're anything but speed. They're super slow. Ah, okay, so this is the one that you charge up. Let's have a look at that. So you charge it up, and then it goes on with... Oh, there we go. Whoa, okay, nice. It fires the poison as you're tapping the skill. That's nice. I like that. Just something different in the game, right? And he's got a little bit of the old Diablo spinning jazz going on as well, where he's using his tail to whip around and just give everyone a little bit of a hide in there on his second skill. First skill is actually quite intricate. It's only picking out very limited targets though. Third skill. Look at that. Lava poison pit. Oh, take that, guys. Get that into you. Man, that looks good. You know what? I'm pretty happy that is a free-to-play character. He looks really nice. Let's have a look at Daken, however you want to say his name. I don't know the correct pronunciation. I'm sure someone in the comments will advise me on that. And we've got a combat supervillain. All right, so combat supervillain. Wonder where we get him from. Let's have a bit of a look. I haven't had a look yet. So acquire through Legacy of Blood in Epic Quest Dark Reign. Okay, so once again, an Epic Quest type character. So it's nice when you actually pay for an Epic Quest. Well, it's not nice when you pay for an Epic Quest, to be honest. But if you pay for something and you get some reasonable content out of it, not the end of the world. You can kind of justify that. So yeah, it looks like he's obtainable through the actual Epic Quest. Combat supervillain. Let's have a quick look at his skill descriptions here. Tier 2 passive, enhances effective skill inherited power, whatever that is. Must be his 5th skill. Applies to self, ignores target dodge rate by 50. That's nice, so that's kind of bullseye like. Super armor, all defenses, decrease all damage received by 10%. First skill, got a bleed damage and remove elasticity. Second skill, we got a bleed damage, remove elasticity again, so nearly a bit of a clone of the first by the looks of it. Third skill, so we got bleed damage, we got stun, we got paralysis, nice. Enables attacking enemies who have activated ignore targeting effect, okay. So basically is that ignore dodge type character. Applies itself 7% of max HP recovery, and we've got 100% chance of penetration on that third skill as well. Fourth skill, tapping and holding a skill icon will charge the skill and releasing will commence the attack. Okay, it sounds very similar to Scorpion that we just had a bit of a look at. We got bleed damage on there. Traditionally, bleed damage has been pretty shit in this game though, so I'll be interested to see how he goes. We've got bleed damage, applies to self, pretty big self buffs, 35% increase all attack and defense, and crit rate by 15. Okay, so not so big there. We got immune to all damage on that 4th skill as well, so we're going to be tapping the button on that one. And the 5th skill, bleed damage once again, we got a stun, and it applies self increase all attacks by 50%. Okay, so a nice cooldown cycle in this skill as well, so 16 seconds, which equates to 8, and on this one we got 16 seconds as well. His passive applies to self, HP recovery 5% when HP is below 99%. Okay, so he's a continuous healing character, and his leadership applies to all allies, decrease debuff duration by 30%. Let's get in and have a look at Daken, what do we want to call him, in the skill preview. Okay, come and get me, come and get me. 5th skill. Wow, nice. I like it. I like it. Okay, 4th skill. This is the one that we're going to tap, right? Yeah, okay. So magic happens when you tap the button. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. 2nd skill. Bit of the old head first dive with his claws out there. First skill is actually quite nice. 3rd skill. Wow, nice. Lifts him up. And then just a huge slash. Yeah, and lots of bleed damage. Like I said, bleed damage is traditionally pretty poor in this game, so I'll be interested to see how it actually translates with Daken in regards to damage throughout the game. Alright guys, going to pull it up for this video, and we'll have a look at the two new uniforms next. Sorry about that guys. Catch you soon.